The world has seen many powerful leaders throughout history. These leaders were sometimes ruthless, sometimes quite cunning, and sometimes so intelligent that people could never quite figure out what they intended to do. Many were quite strategic in achieving what they wanted, but some brought about their own downfall in plain sight. These leaders who left their mark on world history even shaped the world we live in today. Here are some of them. They helped shape the iceberg before you are history's most powerful leaders and the unseen face of the iceberg. If you are ready, let's begin. Alexander, or commonly known as Alexander the Great, was the king of the ancient Greek kingdom of Macedon between 336 and 323 BC. He was born in Pella in 356 BC and ascended the throne at the age of 20 following the assassination of his father Philip II. He spent many years of his reign conducting unprecedented major military campaigns across Southwest Asia and Northeast Africa, and by the age of 30 he had created one of the largest empires of the ancient world, stretching from Greece to Northwest India. Alexander the Great, who was never defeated in any battle he entered during his reign, is considered by many experts to be one of the most successful military commanders in history. Caesar was a Roman general and statesman, a member of the first triumvirate. Caesar led the Roman armies in the Gallic Wars before defeating his political rival Pompey in a civil war, and subsequently ruled as dictator until his assassination in 44 BC. He played a critical role in the events that led to the collapse of the Roman Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. According to legend, Caesar used the words "et tu Brute," meaning "you too Brutus" in Turkish, while being assassinated on March 15, 44 BC. Caesar was stabbed in the back by an angry group of senators led by Marcus Junius Brutus, and those were his last words. Let's move a little closer. Attila ruled the Hunnic Empire from 434 when he became the ruler of the Hunnic communities until his death in 453. During his reign he expanded his empire to cover a large part of the Europe of the time. At the time of his death, the territories under his administration stretched from Germania in the west to the Ural River in the east, the Baltic Sea in the north, and the Black Sea in the south. During the period when he was the head of the empire, Attila led not only the Huns but also many Germanic and Iranic tribes, Ostrogoths, Bulgars and Alans. Attila became one of the most feared enemies of the Western and Eastern Roman empires. During his empire he crossed the Danube twice and plundered the Balkans, invaded Italy and ravaged the northern provinces, but did not advance on Rome. He planned new campaigns against Rome later but died suddenly in 453. Genghis Khan is a Mongol commander and ruler, the founder and first Khagan of the Mongol Empire. Genghis Khan, who lost none of the battles he fought during his reign, is considered one of the greatest military leaders in world history. At the beginning of the 13th century he united all the nomadic steppe tribes in Central Asia and formed them into a nation, gathering them under the umbrella of Mongol political identity. During his reign Genghis Khan launched campaigns against the Western Xia and Jin dynasties in North China, the Karakitan in Turkestan, the Khwarezmians in Khwarezm-Khorasan and Iran, the Georgians in the Caucasus, the Rus principalities in the Deshti Kipchak, the Cumans and the Volga Bulgars. As a result of these he established an empire stretching from the Pacific Ocean to the Caspian Sea in the north of the Black Sea. This empire is the largest contiguous land empire in world history. It is also known that 1 out of every 200 people in the world is descended from Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan died of an unknown cause in 1227 while returning from the campaign where he defeated the Tanguts in North China. The location of his tomb remains unknown to this day. Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror first reigned for a short period between 1444 and 1446, and then for 30 years from 1451 until his death in 1481. Mehmed II conquered Istanbul at the age of 21, putting an end to the 1,000-year Byzantine Empire, an event considered by many historians to be the end of the Middle Ages and the beginning of the early modern age. The conqueror is considered a hero in a large segment of Turkey and the Islamic world today because he was honored by a hadith of the Islamic prophet Muhammad. Mehmed II set out on a new campaign towards Anatolia in 1481 but fell ill early on the journey and died at the age of 49 at his military camp near Gebze on May 3, 1481. Although he is widely believed to have died of gout, according to the German historian Franz Bavinger, he was poisoned by the Jewish origin Ottoman physician Yaqub Pasha. Napoleon is a commander who influenced all of Europe as he led France during both the French Revolutionary Wars and the Napoleonic Wars. He won a large portion of the aforementioned wars and conflicts. He entered rapidly gaining dominance over the European continent until his final defeat in 1815. The Wars of Napoleon, one of the most important commanders in history, are taught as lessons in military schools all over the world, and he is one of the most famous and controversial political figures in European history. Napoleon was defeated in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815 and taken prisoner. He was captured by the British and first brought to French soil to be exiled by the French government. Napoleon was exiled to the remote island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic, where he died of stomach cancer in 1821 at the age of 51. the founder of the Republic of Turkey. We said that some leaders are remembered for their negative aspects and cruelty to their people, right? While Ataturk was like no other leader. Ataturk was an army officer during World War I and later led the Turkish national movement in Anatolia during the War of Independence. He established the Ankara government, defeated the military forces sent by the Allied powers through his military actions, and led the Turks to victory. Ataturk later initiated political, economic, social and cultural reforms to transform the old Ottoman Empire into a modern and secular nation-state. Under his leadership, thousands of new schools were built, primary education was made free and compulsory, and women were granted civil equality and political rights. Heavy taxes levied on peasants were reduced. Furthermore, as the first and only instance in the world, the United Nations UNESCO organization declared 1981 as the Ataturk year by the unanimous vote of all countries to mark his 100th birthday. Mustafa Kemal Ataturk is a Turkish field marshal, statesman, writer, commander-in-chief of the Turkish War of Independence, the founder and the first president of the Republic of Turkey. Ataturk passed away in Istanbul's Dolmabahce Palace at 9:05 a.m. on November 10, 1938, succumbing to the cirrhosis he was battling. Hitler, the leader of the German Workers' Party, gained strength from the Great Depression experienced in Germany after World War I. Through propaganda and a charismatic language, he gave hope to the economic demands of the lower and middle classes. He also offered a certain level of nationalism, socialism, anti-Semitism, anti-communism and anti-capitalism, with the rebuilding of the economy, a rearmed military, and a totalitarian and fascist regime. Hitler re-established order within Germany and, after creating a powerful country, pursued an aggressive foreign policy, attacking Poland to expand German living space. Hitler's aggressive foreign policy led to the outbreak of World War II in Europe. His anti-Jewish policies and racist ideology caused the deaths of at least 55 million people he deemed an inferior race. The cause of Hitler's death could never be definitively determined. One version stated that he died only by poison. Another version claims that he bit into a cyanide capsule while simultaneously shooting himself in the head. For political reasons, the Soviet Union presented various versions of Hitler's fate. In the years following the war, they claimed that Hitler had not died, had escaped, and was being protected by the former Western allies. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it and write your opinion in the comments section. See you later.